This is the newest and most modern building in the Mendrisio Academy of Architecture. Inaugurated in 2002, it embodies the spirit of adventure in a school with a global perspective. Hundreds of windows allow the occupants to survey the world beyond their academic sphere, while passers-by get a glimpse inside. It's a micro-universe full of ideas, projects, and a passion for buildings.
This building was born of a great desire to participate in something new. The school was conceived as a novelty, as an experiment. In the first 5 years after it opened, I spent a lot of time here. The students felt part of something unusual, new, different. It was something to be looked at and listened to. The whole of Europe was waiting to see what would happen here.
The Academy was founded in 1996. It started with 100 students, and now has 700. It's developed in the cultural climate of a border town, which helps make this place very special. I think for Canton Ticino, this is a great opportunity to really be present on the border with Italy, on the Alp transit axis between Zurich and Milan.
As a young architect, you normally start with a small renovation or with building a single-family house for a relative. Winning a design competition for a school of architecture puts you in a different league, especially when it's for a client involved with major international architects. It was very demanding. People we once looked up to as our role models suddenly became our direct partners as contractors. For us, that really was incredibly thrilling and new. It was a very exciting time.
The contractors gave us all the support and help they could from the very start to ensure the project's success and to help secure the necessary land as quickly as possible. After all, the school was bursting at the seams and a new building was essential for meeting the needs of the students.
I hear a lot of people from outside say that they go by here in the evening and see all the lights of the academy still on, even at night. That alone says a lot about how life in here never stops. There's always someone around.
So this will be my final plan. I need to...
We were wondering what the building needed to be like in order to offer a multicultural exchange. So we came up with the idea of a multifunctional space, conducive to communication.
The space effectively promotes concurrency within the building. It allows processes to run in parallel instead of consecutively. Exhibitions or reviews taking place there can be enjoyed by people in other parts of the building. While you may be physically separated from the space, you're still participating. You can see and hear what's going on, and there's nothing to stop you from going there.
Si entra nella dimensione architettonica proprio minima, no? Ma se tu gli togli luce a questi locali, capisci?
Va bene, funziona bene. Prendiamo il tetto ancora un po'.
È molto... Sai, è affascinante che in realtà tutto quel piano...
It's exciting to think that the whole floor is actually empty.
Sono sottilissime.
And it's only by connecting these walls, which are very thin and only provide a visual barrier, that little worlds are created in this place, like second homes.
It's people that create the environment. I can't imagine this building being empty. In fact, when you arrive for the first semester and everything's empty, the building without human activity is nothing like it is at the end of the semester. Like now, it's noisy and crazy, and there are lots of people around. It's what makes me so fond of this place.
It's very important for me at the start of the semester to create my own space. I mean, to know what workshop I'm in, put my desk the way I want it, maybe try to grab another desk if I can, so I have more panels to hang things from. This is more important than being near the window and looking outside. But it's really nice from this perspective. On that wall in the evening, you can always see the sunset, and it's beautiful. So it's nice to have a desk that faces that way.
A building that gives a lot of thought to circulation, to movement, is a building that helps communication. Right now, we are here, in this rectangle, which has a rectangle of sky, a bit of woods, and the sun coming in. And it's basically made of winding corridors. We can see who's walking over there, and he can see who's arriving from this side. It promotes communication if buildings are planned around paths from one place to another.
A building, through its creation, inevitably takes something away from nature. With this building, we endeavored to hand something back by perforating it, by making it permeable. You can walk through it from one end to the other. You have visual links from outside to inside to outside, and between different internal spaces. For us, these visual and spatial relations were a very important feature of this project. Another important consideration is that an architecture department building is in a permanent state of flux. The situation is constantly changing. You need different rooms, your needs change. We feel that our building caters for this.
We tried to achieve flexibility, not only in the spatial arrangement, but also in the materials used. The aim was to develop an adaptable container, which could be changed according to the Academy's needs. This means simple walls and floors that can handle the wear and tear of architectural students. They can be refurbished with very little effort. These are all aspects of a basic issue discussed at the very outset: how to develop a scheme that would guarantee longevity and thereby automatically ensure sustainability.
Good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and our students.